Another one, Paccar engine in what is it, 579 Peterbilt. So this is the number 3, number 4. I want to set my camera someplace here. So we got a blown head gasket again. On a, I gotta set this up somehow so it'll be neat. So this is a friend of mine. It's been what, a couple weeks. I was keep planning to record the video regarding the Paccars, because seems like the few videos I record, people watched it quite a bit. I don't have too much time in them. Like, I don't know everything about them. They're more complicated than any other one. So this one blew a head gasket, and I'm trying to figure out how to explain to you guys what I'm trying to address in this video. The new trucks are crap. I don't care. I will argue with anybody. They're way too complicated. They have way too many sensors. And it doesn't matter if it's a Volvo, Cummins, Paccar, Detroit, which is a Mercedes. Paccar is a DAF engine, which has been for business for a very long time. They run them overseas, where they design them, they run a little bit different emissions. I did record the video on it. So what happened with this truck, and if you own one of these things, you will be someday in this situation. So it blew a head gasket. The first symptom was it got a little bit of wetness between the block and the head. It started getting wet there. Next thing you know, it started pouring. Next thing you know, we start having a combustion going into reservoir tank, which Paccar known for having problems with air compressor. If we did not blow a head gasket on a site, it would worth checking the problem in if that's an air compressor or not. So he thought about I worked on it a little bit, and I says, well, if there's nothing I can do about it, I will not tear the engine apart, because I don't know much internal about it, and I don't have any kind of technical information on it, so you got to bring it to dealer. But the dealer, if you're going to bring the truck to deal with this situation, what will happen, if you have a blown head gasket, it's great. It's a fairly simple fix. But most likely, in my opinion, all the time, head gasket is the symptom of something else, because head gasket just doesn't go out for no reason majority of time. So I said, you most likely have a sunk sleeve, because Paccar are not known for cracking heads, they're not known for cracking sleeves, but they're known for sinking a sleeve. So then if you sink the sleeve, you will blow a head gasket. And then you get combustion air into the coolant system, and then you start pouring coolant from all over the place. Well, we checked on that. It's about anywhere from $30,000 to $35,000. Depends on your dealer, labor, and the whole thing. You have to buy the short block, so everything without a head. By the time you figure it in, you might as well buy one with a head, and you buy the long block and just stick it in and put it in. But the problem is the truck has almost 900,000 miles. Is it worth doing it, or we're gonna start having a problem with the transmission because it's automatic? And though I believe that one I put a clutch in it, so he ended up buying a different truck for the guy, and he went on. My ideology, why is this problem keep occurring? Because the driver's usually driving. I got one friend, I don't know if he still drives it, I didn't talk to him for a while, but he has a first generation of Paccar, which is supposed to have the biggest problems ever. And when he bought that thing, it had 700,000 miles, and I mean, he drove it way over 1 million, and I believe he still drives it, but he's really taking care of it. He changes oil, he changes coolant, he does proper warm up in the morning, cooling down at the end of the day. He does not let it idle at the low RPM whatsoever. He always bumps up the RPMs, unless you like in a traffic light. Soon any problem occurs, he changes sensors. So I don't know how long it's gonna last. When you buy these things for drivers, and I don't blame the drivers, they just run them, they pull them in the gas station, they shut them off. But the mega carriers, they're gonna only keep those trucks to what, 300,000-400,000 miles till the warranty expires. The positive thing about a Paccar, when you're buying a brand new truck, we just run into this problem too. Well, a friend of mine did. and that kind of blew my mind away. So he has a Peterbilt 389 car hauler, and he bought extended warranty for the Cummins. So he thought it goes for everything, Cummins, engine, transmission, whatever. Well, come to find out, they blew a clutch again on it. Once again, driver drove it. And they said you got extended warranty for the engine, but not for everything else. When you buy the Paccar truck, well, Peterbilt can work with the Paccar engine, and you buy extended warranty, it's bumper to bumper extended warranty, because it's a manufacturing truck and the engine combined together. So there's something to think about. So I get asked, as much as knowledge I have regarding a Paccar or Cummins, which one is better, the black one or the red one? It comes down to, if I would have to buy one, it's all depends what I'm gonna use for. If you're gonna plan to pull generic freight, I probably would go like 80,000 and under pounds. I would probably go with a Paccar. The reason why, because they're more fuel efficient than a Cummins. Obviously you can go with the Volvo. I'm not a big fan of those things at all. But I would go with a Paccar. The reason being, because the fuel efficiency. Do they have more problems than a Cummins? Yes and no. But is the parts cheaper on the Paccar than a Cummins? Yes. But the efficiency plays the big role, because you offset the cost of breakdowns, the more fuel efficient truck. Cummins, on the other hand, seems like have just as much problems, not even more. Well, it depends on what. But they're not as fuel efficient. So you guys get the point. I don't know if I said it, I had a guy just commented below on my video regarding breaking a camshaft on a Paccar. I don't know how many he broke already. I told him there's no way. I never heard a Paccar breaking a camshaft. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, it did exist. So I would, his mechanic said the reason he breaking camshaft because to the excessive use of jake brake, which I don't see how is that possible unless your overhead was completely out of whack. But that car not really known for breaking a hard parts. The majority is the soft parts. What I mean by hard and soft parts, like a hard part is a camshaft, lifters, crankshaft, block, exhaust manifold. This is kind of hard parts. Timing, gears. They known for like going sensors bad, has air leak, fuel leaks, cooling leaks, stuff like that, like a minor little stuff. Another negative, I'm talking about negative thing, but there's quite a few positive things about Paccar. Another negative thing, there's software, because they're using a Davy software. So if you do buy in a Paccar, you're only able to go fix the problem at the dealer. Either Peterbilt or Kenworth. If you buy a Cummins, you can go to Peterbilt, Kenworth, and a Cummins dealer too. With the Paccar, you tied into only 2 dealers. And if you buy, let's say you mechanically inclined and you decide to buy a Paccar, you end up running into the problem like with the aftermarket scanners, like you wealthy enough and willing to buy the actually Davy system for the Paccar. All the aftermarket scanners, and not me personally, I ran into that problem because the truck came in, it was derating, the dealer was busy. I got a little cheap scanner for the semi trucks, reading codes, and it was giving me the kind of random codes. So I finally took the truck to the dealer, and I look at it, the codes were completely different than what I was getting, because the aftermarket software not very capable of reading exact data. Like you go to the sensor description, and it will give you really weird codes. Which they don't even exist actually in the system of the truck. So that's kind of big problem, because you tied into the dealer, you can't go anywhere else. But that's been a while back ago. Maybe it is something on the market now come up as aftermarket, and you can use it, aftermarket system, aftermarket software to work with a daily system for the Paccar. What else? I like Paccars for it. Like once again, if I end up driving one, I like their quietness, their smoothness, their power band. They are pretty powerful at the bottom and kind of equal. They're not jumpy. I drove one with a problem, same thing, it was blown head gasket. I drove it because my truck was broke down, and I really liked it for reason being because how quiet it is when you sleep in it. It's just so quiet. They don't vibrate much. They have this soft bang to them. I don't know if the newer truck motor mounts were bigger, better, but that's the like number one thing. They quiet. You can drive and not get as tired because you don't have this humming noise constantly. But you offsets other problem like with the dealer. So, but regarding again the camshaft, dude, I have no idea. I never heard such thing, breaking a camshaft because of Jake brake. If you're gonna put another one in, make sure the mechanic who's doing, he knows what he's doing, how to run an overhead, and they are not very complicated. Maybe he's getting too tight or too loose, but it's not. They're not really known for breaking a camshaft. So that's all I got, people. This is kind of little video, just my opinion. I'm not trying to school anybody on it, but I kind of feel bad for the people who bought these new trucks, and you have to deal with all this BS and sensors and wires and regens and EGRs and dumb things, and you have to cough out a lot of money to replace one injector. Like I heard Cummins charged the guy $4,000 to replace one injector, which is absolutely crazy. So thanks for watching all. Appreciate it.